Charles, how are you doing, my man?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. How's the weather where you're at?
Right now I think it's 27 below.
Nah, I think I'm where I'm at. I'm in the 70s.
Must be nice.
All right, so let's go right into it. How long have you been a wrestling fan for?
Oh, 88, 89, somewhere around there.
So yeah, you could argue that you have a lot of wrestling knowledge, or you've seen a lot of wrestling.
Seen a lot of wrestling. I wouldn't say knowledge.
So tell me, uh, your all-time favorite match.
All time favorite match. Oh, can't put me on a spot like that because too many matches will pop up in my head.
All right, give me the last match that you saw.
That I
Quick.
liked. I liked the Miz and Jay Uso. That was a good match.
And what did you like most about that match?
That the Miz made him look like $1 million, knowing he can't wrestle.
Do you feel like the Miz
Well,
is
I can't say that Jey Uso can't wrestle. He's not a big spot person, but the Miz has the ability to make anybody look good.
and for that reason do you feel like in the industry now that the Miz is literally he's a top tier talent who is just good at making people look good but is just for some reason just underrated.
Yes and no.
Is that more of you think the WWE offices, or do you think kind of goes hand in hand with how the wrestling fans feel about the Miz?
Miz has the ability to get an emotion out of you if one way or another. I mean, you can hate him, you can like him, or you can play on your phone while his match is going. I mean, one of the few people that has that ability to get some type of emotion out of somebody.
When you look at all the check marks, he has a great theme music, which a wrestler you need. He has he has a good look. He can cut pretty good promos. To me, he's a better heel than he is babyface. I think he's known for his heelish stuff, and it to me it comes out natural.
Yeah,
He's been, I think he's a Grand Slam champion, is he not?
I was actually just thinking of that the other day. They claim Miz is the first Grand Slam champion, but as I was thinking about it, I think Jeff Hardy is. Jeff Hardy holds titles that are no longer around. I mean, he's had the cruiserweight, the European title, the light heavyweight, but the first recognized Grand Slam champion, I think, was The Miz.
The Miz. Do you feel like in Miz's career that he's reached peak already? That
No,
no. Do you feel like the kid has another? I say the kid. He's still, to me in my eyes, he's still young. But that's how I just look at the Miz. Do you feel like the Miz has a championship run in him?
probably one, maybe two.
So where would you put, and this is off the cuff, this is I don't really expect a clear answer from this. Would you say you put Miz in a top 50 of best wrestlers of all time? Would you put him in there? You don't need
I
to
put
give
him
me a
in.
number.
I could put him in the top 10.
Top 10.
I could put him in the top 10. I mean, he'll be close to 10, but he'll be in the top 10.
Do you think as we look at Miz's career now versus let's say in the next 5 years, you could argue that the Miz is a Hall of Famer?
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel like when I maybe when he first got in the WWE, he was known as that reality based persona.
Yeah, he when he first came in, he was known as a celebrity wrestler. And I think I made that joke a while ago, who was the better celebrity wrestler, Logan Paul or The Miz?
So it's funny you say that because now I have a different argument that The Miz, in a sense, kind of paved the way for Logan Paul, if you really come to think about it.
No, there's a few celebrity wrestlers that were before him. And I don't mean like those celebrities that did a match that were protected by wrestlers. I mean that actually got in and wrestled. You go back in the 80s, 90s, in the 70s, a lot of baseball players and football players uh transitioned into wrestling.
Man, now that we're talking about celebrity wrestlers, right? And let's just stick with current, right? And we can go to the past if we will. But I was watching a little bit of the Unreal and documentary, and people are half split on it, whether they like it or they don't. That feel like the business, like that, should be protected and not exposed. Which I'm kind of right in the middle. But the weight loss journey that Jelly Roll has made thus far, and all the weight that he lost, that man, from what I see, an actual genuine like fan who likes the industry, that not only is a fan, he wanted to make a change in his life to do better and lose weight and get fit, not only for his life, but to maybe achieve that dream. Like we saw Jelly Roll, appear at SummerSlam and various, Saturday Night's Main Event. Got to hook up with Randy Orton in a tag match, which was awesome. Where do you put Jelly Roll, out of the celebrity wrestlers all time?
No, he was pretty good. I mean, you could I guess it boils down to like the fan of how they it boils down to like how the fan like sees the engagement of wrestling. Like there's like some celebrities that get in there. I don't know if you remember like when Snooki was in the wrestling. They gave her the hot tag. She came in, she did a few spots, she did a cartwheel, and then she did like a pose pin. And then that's normally what celebrities do. Jelly Roll was actually in there fighting.
It's funny. I think when wrestling fans think of like celebrity coming into the WWE or just in the wrestling industry, it's like what you maybe said, like what we think. Oh, they're just there to get the quick appearance, get a quick pop, and then they're out of there. They're out to promote whatever movie or show that they got going on, get in and get out. But then we see a difference, right? We see someone like Bad Bunny, who in the music industry is an icon and actually takes the time to train, actually puts in that time. Jelly Roll, Logan Paul, and then unfortunately we get someone like Travis Scott, who doesn't take uh, a great opportunity as he should have, maybe as serious as he should have. And as a fan, that upsets me because and I'm not saying it's all his fault, because it takes a lot to perform in the ring. A lot of things have to go right, and there's a lot of things that can go wrong, from the wrestling to the scripts to how you perform, how the crowd reacts. And I just feel like Travis Scott did a disjustice to the wrestling industry. And I feel like, in my opinion, that's why the wrestling fans resent not only Travis Scott, but have that resentment a little bit towards celebrities getting in the wrestling industry. Now I feel like, because you had people like Bad Bunny, uh, Jelly Roll, Logan Paul are doing a great job. Now I feel like celebrities are like, well, I can do that too. And I think it's not easy. Do you feel like we're gonna get more of that?
Oh yeah, for one reason. A lot of people forget WWE was built on celebrity interaction. The whole industry was built on mainstream coming over.
How do you feel about like man when Mike Tyson, when WWE got Mike Tyson? Was that like wow?
Well, see, when you talk about like poor performances of celebrities, you could put Mike Tyson in that poor celebrity part. I mean, with you breaking it down to what they did in the match, and that he didn't do anything. He he just stood there. He pushed Austin, and then when it came to him being an enforcer, he was very awkward walking around. Then he punched Shawn Michaels and then counted really fast. I mean, but as long I don't care for the whole celebrity interaction, even if it is awkward, as long as it makes sense to the story.
Right,
And like as awkward as Mike Tyson was in the ring doing all that, it made sense.
right, man. You
Travis Scott, all that made sense up until his last appearance. Jelly Roll, that all made sense. Andy Kaufman, that all made sense. Uh, it, all that stuff made sense. I mean, even back, I don't know if you were watching wrestling when they used to do the guest general manager.
Oh yeah, they had all the celebrity general managers.
Yeah.
That was just kind of it was weird.
And then I think there was supposed to be a match between Chris Jericho and Mickey Rourke. Celebrities are always going to be a part of the WWE because celebrities help build the industry.
Perfect example, if you remember, Floyd Money Mayweather versus the Big Show. If I'm reading it correct, Big Show legit took the punches from Floyd Mayweather, and
He
it
asked
broke
for
his
those.
nose.
He asked for those.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that
he
made
took.
it look. It was real. You can't. It looked as real as you can. It
Yeah,
hurt.
yeah. I think I remember seeing something about that. He asked Floyd to actually punch him because that was how he was going to get a reaction. He just said, when you hit me, you got to get out of the ring as fast as possible." I don't know if you seen Big Show was one of those guys that was on. The guy could go. I mean, he was actually really strong. I don't know if you remember his feud with Brock Lesnar.
Not too well.
Um, and I'm talking about one of the first feuds between him and Brock because they did a few of them. But his first one, Brock would fly into him as the powerhouse that Brock is, and Big Show would just catch him and toss him.
Man, Big Show back in the he was fit. He was jacked.
He was one of the few guys that was that big that would do a kip up.
Mm.
You could Google old WCW videos and you could see him doing it. It it looks kind of weird because you wouldn't think a big guy like that could do it, but he used to.
It's funny. We're talking about big time wrestlers and like to the industry then and now. Um, I think not that it's a lost art in WWE. I think currently, some of the biggest wrestlers right now that you would say it's big is you have Omos is I believe is still with WWE. You have Obafemi, another big guy. Tall. That's I'm talking about like tall, like big jacked. Brock Lesnar's just how could you not put him in there? Braun Breaker I think is a little shorter, big but short, I believe, right?
Hmm.
Um, who else? Maybe some people in there's some big guys coming through NXT, so don't sleep on NXT. But
What?
it's I just feel like WWE does it. WWE hasn't capitalized with Omos as much as
Well,
I
he's
feel like
also
they should.
new and he's just starting. So, I mean, he's been around in NXT, but I mean, for the main roster part, people didn't really get a view of him until he came up for that match.
And it's funny, we have the Royal Rumble just around the corner, and I've said this in my videos, and I just don't like how people say, and I understand it, how wrestlers are not ready. They're protecting that wrestler. They're still, haven't had enough matches, haven't had enough experience. But someone like Obafemi, I think they need to let him win the Rumble and see what the kid can go. Put him in that fire because that's how it was back then. It was
Mhm.
a sink or swim. Either you got it, you're gonna learn, or you're not. And I think they have something with Obafemi. And I think they should pull the trigger on Obafemi. You want to create shock value, which I don't think they've created since when Undertaker lost, whether people like it or not. That was shock value. John Cena turning
Well,
heel, shock value.
well, yes and no, because believe it or not, a lot of superstars, especially superstars that fans get behind, you can't say it's always 100% the business holding them down. Uh, a lot of the guys don't take to it that well. I mean, like I could give you examples. Do you remember Matt Morgan?
Yeah, big guy.
Yeah, I think they called him like the blueprint.
They gave him
And
that
he was a
stuttering
big
gimmick.
guy and he was going to be the next superstar and all that. And then just one day he was gone and everyone was like, oh, classic WWE. But in reality, the guy didn't want to do it no more because he was on the road too much and he was missing his family.
Yeah, he was actually, believe it or not, he was one of Carlito's bodyguards.
Yeah. And then he ended up going to TNA when TNA was in their little I want to say their second run. And that was easier for him because he just located his family to Orlando and yeah.
All right,
But but there was a
real.
few that they dropped the ball as much as the WWE dropped the ball.
So if you were to pick one wrestler, either they're current or they're done wrestling, that you could have the reset button on, who would it be?
I don't know. I don't I've never cared for those
We forgot about the Great Khali, another big guy,
well,
tall guy.
we didn't forget about him.
We want to forget about him though.
See, the way I like wrestling is as long as it's entertaining.
Right? That's what it's
I
about.
I mean, even if the guy shows up one time and blah 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 and the match is over and you never think of the guy again. I mean, as long as it was entertaining in the moment, I mean, that's the point, right?
Right. So again, we got the Royal Rumble coming up. I'm gonna put you on the spot. Who do you want to see win the Rumble?
Nick Jackson. Don't ask why his name just popped in my head when you said that. Um, I don't know.
Should Cody win it a third time? That's uncharted waters.
I think Austin is a three-time winner.
I don't think Cody should win a third time. I think if they did do that,
If they do it, I hope it comes with a selfish heel run.
that'd be the only way because the fans would turn on him in a heartbeat. If not at the beginning, they would.
Oh no, the fans are already turning on him.
I think one of the guys that people are kind of sleeping on that no one's really talking a lot about, and that's Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins comes at number 30 and sneaks in there and wins it all, which I wouldn't be mad at. I would not be mad at. I would like to see Kevin Owens comes back, but he's been dealing with the injury. But then another guy that people are kind of talking about that kind of I guess it kind of makes sense Not a huge fan of him. That's Sami Zayn.
I see Sami Zayn. I don't really see him as a main event. I see him mingling with the main event, but I don't see him as the main event.
And then if he did win the Rumble, could they dabble into Kevin Owens and versus Sammy? But then they've crossed that line already, so not really too sure. It's kind of like, pick there's in my opinion, there's a lot of good wrestlers who um deserve it. I mean, you talk about another guy who works hard as LA Knight. He's a fan favorite, and I wouldn't get mad at the fact that LA Knight could win. Is he gonna win? I'm not sure. I don't know if the office is truly behind him. I don't think the
He's
office is
getting
truly sold on
better.
LA Knight.
He's getting better. I don't. I think if you remember me and you talking about him when he first came in, and he came in with all that fire behind him, and everybody was a fan of him and all that. Um, and you asked me what I thought about him, and I said he was very awkward and boxy. He's been working on that, you could tell, but I don't know if WWE is going to push him or what's really holding him back. But something is stopping him from going as far as he can.
All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot right now, and I said I wouldn't put you on the spot, but I'm gonna do something completely different right now. I'm gonna name a guy. You're gonna name a guy that's on the current indie scene wrestler
Mm.
that people should go check out.
Oh, I haven't been watching indies lately, so I couldn't hit. Ironically, all the guys that I used to like that were on the indie scene when AEW came around, it kind of stole them all because, like, I remember guys like Dan Housing, Sammy Guevara, uh, Chris Sabin, all those guys were pretty fire to watch. And then AEW kind of came around and signed everybody up. But this current, I haven't been keeping up with the current indie scene to really.
All right, I'm gonna give you mine. And I'm gonna shout him out right here. He goes by Cha Cha Charlie. It's Cha Cha time. You need to go check out Cha Cha Charlie, man. He's entertaining, he's funny, great interaction with the crowd. Go check out Cha Cha Charlie. Amazing wrestler. Amazing wrestler. But hey, I'm gonna put you on another spot, okay? Give me a wrestler that he's new on the current WWE roster that you can see it as a true world champion one day. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AW, TNA. You pick.
Carmelo Hayes,
Yeah. Oh, that's a
Austin
great pick.
Theory, Ford.
I'm gonna say my guy. I'm gonna say whoop that Trick Williams. Big fan. I like what he does. Great fan interaction. Great theme music. Has a great look. He's a
I heard
future
someone
world
say
champion.
Trick Williams reminds them of a watered down version of Velveteen Dream.
Mm. Wow. I kind of when I think of Trick Williams a little bit, what he reminds me of is Booker T. All that charisma, athletic. He can talk. He can go. Great look. Great theme music.
I'm gonna put you on a spot. What was Booker T's wrestling name before Booker T?
Before Booker T, hmm, I feel like I should know the answer to this. You put me on the spot too. I'm gonna get killed in the comments. What wrestling fan are you? Ah man, I'm gonna have to tap out. like Gunther tapped
GI
out.
Bro.
Really?
Yeah, he used to come out wearing camouflage pants. I think
Yeah.
like a black shirt, and he had a military hat on.
Okay, okay. All right. Last question. What advice would you give to the current new wrestling fans that have just taken into wrestling?
Watch what you like. There's so much wrestling. I mean, you don't have to watch everything. Just watch what you like.
And go from there
Yeah.
and have
There
fun.
there's some wrestling stuff from way back in the day I've never watched, and I don't plan on watching it. It really wasn't my scene of watching and stuff like that. Like I remember do you re- do you know of the death matches?
Not too familiar. I know little, but
It's where Chainsaw Charlie and Cactus Jack and all those guys came from. Never watched them. I had a lot of buddies that watched them, and they were like, oh, you need to check them out. I've never cared for that brutality of matches. I used to watch ECW back in the day, but sometimes that stuff got a little too much.
yeah, my advice to new wrestling fans is just enjoy it for what it is. Don't get caught up in the dirt sheets too much, and just because someone doesn't agree with you or like your wrestler, so what? It's who you like. It's what you like
Yeah,
to watch. Don't let other people determine what you like, what you should be watching, what you shouldn't be watching. Watch it all. That's my
watch it
advice.
all or just watch Friday. Just watch Monday.
Yeah, yeah,
Watch Thursday. It's just enjoy enjoy what you watch. I mean,
yeah. But thank you, Charles, for coming on the very first Captain Heel Show episode. There's gonna be more episodes to come. But see you guys on the next episode. Captain Heel out.